What is up, YouTube world and TikTok? This is Eric Stone with Beyond Obsessed YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also, share, like, comment, suggest, dislike, I don't care. Also, follow me on TikTok at Eric Stone TikTok 1, I think. Anyways, but my channel is all about red dirt, up and coming artists, Texas country, Americana, all that kind of stuff, and local bands from where I live. I'm gonna do a review of a couple bands, a guy and a band that I saw about 4 months ago at a place called Front Street Grill. They got great food, and the great live music. Check them out if you're ever in Dardanelle, Arkansas. Front Street Grill on Front Street. That night it kicked off with a young kid named Noah Gattis. If you like Chris Ledoux, Culture Wall, Garth Brooks, Michael Martin Murphy, you're gonna love this guy. Give him a chance. He's a great young songwriter. He got 3 originals out right now. But he did a 13-song set that night, and he kicked off with original. Then he covered J.R. Carroll's Where the Red Fern Grows. Then he did Faster Gun, which is, you can see or listen to on all platforms. Then he did Jasperland, that's his latest single, out on all platforms. Then he did 2 more originals. And then he covered Jim Croce's Bad Bad Leroy Brown. He did a great job on that. And then he did A Pirate Looks at 40 by Jimmy Buffett. And I love that song. That's one of the great songs. And I miss old Jimmy Buffett. Afterwards, he did another original called Mexicali. He did 2 more songs. Then he covered some old Merle Haggard. Then he ended with Comfier Alone, which is his first single out on all platforms. Noah Gattis took him out. Afterwards, he played inside the bar, and then a band called Willie Stradlin played outside, when the weather is good and stuff. That's where they have the bigger bands outside. But Willie Stradlin was a band that the first local band I went and seen when I was old enough to get into bars. It's probably about 2008, 9-ish. And then there was another band a few years later after that called Hellcat Susie. Willie Stradlin was Heath Moulton, Devin Robertson, Jim Ward on bass, Heath Moulton on guitar and vocals, Devin Robertson on acoustic guitar, Jim on bass, Andrew Holland on drums, and Jim Stingle on lead guitar. And then Devin Robertson played in a band called Hellcat Susie, but he was the only one that played with that. I think Hellcat Susie, it was him and Shannon Craig Baum. He sang backup vocals and wrote. But they did songs from both those bands and a couple covers. They did I think a 15-song set that night, and it's great because Willie Stradlin don't play around the area that much, maybe a couple years, so it's really a treasure when they all get together and do play. But that's kind of what got me into the local red dirt scene or music scene, was it Willie Stradlin. And they kicked off, they did 2 songs at Soundcheck. They kicked off with Love Comes Around. Then they did Izzy Stradlin's Chop Away, which was originally on his 2006 album, Like a Dog. Then they did Never Get Lost. Then they did a Hellcat Susie song called You. The Best I Ever Had, The Truth, that's a great song. I've got it recorded. Check it out. Saints in the Twilight, that's a Mike McClure song. And if you know anything about red dirt and Oklahoma music, he is one of the fathers of this music. Then they did Drinking Slow, Smoke on the Highway. Then they did a song, or Devin did a song called Damn Son. It was written by Lance Carpenter, and Lance gave it to, not Heath, but Devin. Then they did Music Man, which I got that recorded. It's probably one of my favorite Billy Stradlin songs. And they did some Reckless Kelly. Afterwards, they did Sweet Melissa, which is a great ballad. Then they did Hellcat Susie's Red Dirt Hell. Then they ended the night with a upbeat song, Drinking Tobacco and Smoking Stoli. But if you ever get the chance to see Billy Stradlin, check him, or do it live, and check him out on all platforms. I know they got 2 albums out, and most of these songs are on there. I don't know if Hellcat Susie's on all platforms or not, but check it out anyways, and I will see y'all later.